Here I'm blowing bubbles with colored underglazes on porcelain coins and give it away. The bubbles sometimes create incredible images and happy accidents, which I really like and I will publish. With this exhibition, I want to educate and narrow the gap between the contemporary artist and the public by allowing the public to participate in the creative process. The concept works in many levels. Number one, let's one play. When we play like a child, we are liberated. We are free. We are in the moment. Number two, making it a perfect educational tool that demystifies the abstract. When we play, the abstract will transcend eventually. And number three, lets people escape from stress, from everyday life stress. Number four, allows for meditation. Also challenges the viewer to balance things and rearrange the sculptural landscape. One has to try it several times to find the perfect balance. One has to dare to play, believing that it's not going to break. Just like in life, we have to take chances. Now I finally understand what Picasso meant when he said, it took me a lifetime to learn how to paint like a child. I went through the process of understanding, internalizing, experiencing, and transcending. Now I am sharing it. I want you to play with me. Here the people selecting their favorite images on the coins and they can take it home free at the opening night. And people can create their own sculptural landscapes. And there's also so you can get into the right side of your brain, and create also the meditative state of mind. So it's when you go to museums, you always say tell you not to touch. I want you to touch. I want you to break. I want you to dare. Dare. Everything over there is not attached. Everything is balanced. Everything you can take apart. If you break it, I don't care. You have to take chances in life, and I'm trying to take chances. And that's one of the universal truths, which I try to practice. So,
it's always changing.
It's always changing. And so now you have, a sculpture, but it's not just one thing, and you look at it and okay, but you can create it and change it all the time, so it's part of your life.
So would you say that your work is rooted in Eastern philosophy?
I studied Hinduism, and which really greatly helped me overcome the shame of being a gypsy, and you choose your words. So there, I choose this.
And at least one of the pieces is entitled Bubbles, having to do with life is like a bubble.
Oh, and then I started to work with the bubbles. So life is like a bubble. You have to be really enjoy every moment of it, otherwise it pops very easily. So you never know. So again, that this is coming from Eastern philosophy, which I just learned. And so I created those bubble pieces, which are happy. And then I put them on a black clay. And in the black clay, it looks like cosmos. And one of my students, Wesley, say that Julianna took a piece from the sky and took it down.
Does anybody have any questions for Julianna?
What is that piece right there? First one.
And I have the little bubble coins in there, so welcome, and you can have it, free. Everybody can take one, put it in your pocket, and reminder that, be in the moment of the time. Because you never know what's going to happen.
How long does it take your students to know that they can touch and take things apart? Well, we're not taught to take things apart. We're taught to make sure that we look at them, etc. But you say you're a teacher.
Yes.
And you're telling your students to touch and to move things around.
Yeah.
How long does it take them to get to that point?
About 30 minutes. The first day I walked into her classroom, she was like, and there were students moving around and picking stuff up, and I just thought, oh, I guess she doesn't mind. And she had this big display with sand and all of these very, very similar to what she has in here, developing in there. And there were students moving them, and someone literally dropped one of those little bells and broke it. And Julianna kind of walked over and sweeped it over with her foot under the table. Don't worry about it. And she walked over and grabbed another bell and put it back. And it's like, it's all about the experience of recreating things. And it's like, it was very, very fast. That we walked in the classroom, it's like, okay, I don't have to worry about breaking things. Not that I'm going to break them, but if I want to interact, if I want to learn something by touching her pieces, it's okay. It's perfectly fine to do that.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
I wanted to thank you very much for coming. I've never seen this many people at